This is Simone. Simone is sitting in a job interview. The candidate across from her walks in confident, dressed sharply, makes strong eye contact, and opens with a warm, articulate introduction. Within the first 90 seconds, Simone has already decided she likes this person. For the rest of the interview, she finds herself interpreting her vague answers as thoughtful, her pauses as composed, and her one obvious stumble as an endearing moment of honesty. A less polished candidate with identical qualifications comes in next. Simone finds herself reading his pauses as uncertainty and his enthusiasm as overcompensation. Same questions, very different filters. Let's dive into this. The halo effect is a cognitive bias first identified by American psychologist Edward Thorndike in 1920. Through military officer evaluations, Thorndike noticed that commanders who rated a soldier highly on one trait, say physical appearance or bearing, tended to rate them highly across all traits, including intelligence, dependability, and character. One positive impression cast a glow over everything else. He called it the halo. Decades later, psychologist Solomon Asch expanded on the finding through his work on impression formation, demonstrating that certain traits, warmth, confidence, and attractiveness among them, function as central traits. Once the brain registers one of these, it uses it as a lens to interpret all incoming information about that person. The halo doesn't just color first impressions, it rewires how every subsequent interaction gets processed. Simone isn't a bad interviewer. She is a human interviewer. The halo effect operates in every direction and at every scale. It shapes how students are graded when their handwriting is neat, how defendants are sentenced when they're well-dressed, how products are reviewed when the brand is already trusted, how leaders are followed when they are physically tall. The initial signal overrides the data that follows, and most of the time, the person doing the evaluating has no idea it's happening. That's what makes it one of the quietest and most consequential biases in the entire catalog of human judgment. Simone will probably hire the first candidate, and she will write in her notes that the decision was based on fit. The halo effect doesn't make you gullible, it makes you human. But awareness is the first layer of defense. The next time you find yourself unusually drawn to someone's ideas, their pitch, or their presence, it's worth pausing to ask, am I evaluating what they're actually saying, or am I evaluating the glow around it? One good trait is not a complete picture, and the brain that mistakes the halo for the whole person is the brain that gets surprised the most.